Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's your boy, the Humble Hacker from Shottown, Sean Ronan here, back with another video. And today, we're going to be continuing on our SQL journey here. So, last time we did the lab of the SQL injection attack, querying the database type and version on MySQL and on Microsoft. So, we attempted to extrapolate the version and the target SQL database by discovering the number of columns using union select and null to show like how many columns that the database has on it. So once we found the number of columns, we called the banner and requested the version with $version dash dash. Remember that the double dash comments out the rest of the HTML script. So this lab we're going to be doing is we're going to be listening to database contents on non-Oracle databases. So let's go ahead and go get this party started right. So we got our lab pulled up here. We're going to go and take this and add it over to our BOIP. And how I always go, my bad, is I always go to proxy first. I always check these two to say only collect data from what is in the scope. So I'm going to go scope, paste URL, go OK, get rid of that. I'm going to go to actually taking this here, opening up our browser, pull the lab up, confirm that we have target data, which we do now, and the vulnerable parameter that we have is the categories. So we're going to go ahead and click on one of the categories here, then go back to our BOIP, pull up the category here, send this over to the repeater. And remember, whenever that we're putting any data in whatever the parameter, make sure that we use the plus sign to concatenate our script. So we need, the first step is we need to determine the amount of columns that house text data by using our union select. So we already know that our trigger is a single quote. So we're going to go that. Then we're going to add our plus sign, union plus select. Again, remember that we need this plus sign. If we don't, the query gets broken. So we always have to make sure that we add that. So we have our union select. So let's go and just put a simple ABC here. And let's see what happens when we send this out to show the column here. So that's what this ABC is for. So we get a 500 error. So now that we have that, let's add another column on here so we can get a 200 and not a 500 error. So let's go ahead and hit send now. We get another one. Whoops, forgot to put single quotes in that. Oh, my bad. We have to comment out. That's my fault. To comment out the rest of the HTML script. All right, so we have this. Now let's double check this and make sure that we are getting a 500 error still. Yes, we do. So now we've, oops, I'm stupid. Okay, so now we've confirmed that. We can simply put this back in. And now we have our 200 okay. All right, so we get a 200 response. So what we're going to do is, now that we know that we have two columns here from this one and this one, we're going to build out our query to be able to pull what's known as the information schema tables. So what we're going to do, we're going to fix this up by taking this part out. Take this whole part out actually. So we're going to go table name to find the names of the table. Then we're going to go null because of the second column. We're going to add plus, whoops, information schema dot tables with a dash dash on it. We have our server error here, but we need to break this down. So pretty much what is going on, it's like we're calling the table name, and union select is designed to combine multiple fields. The table name here, this is the first field that has text, so we can enter what we want to look for, which is table name. Since we confirmed two columns, we rename DEF to null, and now we tell the database what we want. We want the information schema tables, meaning from information schema tables. From is here because this is not an Oracle database. So let's see if we can get our stuff here. that we're looking for. Okay, so we have union select plus table underscore name plus our null plus, oops, I totally forgot. Oops. I forgot the word from. There we go. We have our 200. Totally forgot the from there. All right, so let's go ahead and scroll down. Okay, we have our query right there. Now we have the tables here. So let's go ahead and look at what these things got. Okay, we have these here. We need to look for our users here. Let's see, we can find, okay, we have user mappings. We keep going down. Users, YDMUR. So that looks like it's something. Okay, so let's go ahead and hit Control C to copy that. See if there's anything more. Anything else that says users in it. Okay, we have user mappings. User mapping options. User usage privileges, not user, so nix that. Keep scrolling down here. Make sure we cover everything. Okay, nothing else related to users, so it looks like this is the main one. Okay, we have tables, PG user, PG stat user functions. It looks like that's it. All right, so now that we have this, we're gonna clean up this query here. So let's go ahead and take this query here. And let's go ahead and clean this up. So we have our union select. Now we need the column name. Good thing I spelled that correctly. So we need the column name, null from information schema columns. Where the column name equals, whoops, this user here. Now I can get rid of this part. So now that we know the table, and we found the table for this particular user, now we need the columns that are in it. So we're going to go ahead and take this and replace it. Whoops. Okay. We're going to go ahead and send this off. Okay, so we have a 500 server error. So let's see why. Let's get rid of this plus here. Okay, we have another 500 error. Let's go ahead and find out why. Okay, we have, let me take this whole thing, because normally I miss stuff. So let's look at this here. So we have our union select plus, oh, I'm stupid, I spelled column wrong. Oh, no, I didn't. All right. Column underscore name, null, plus from, plus information schema. Ah, that's why. Schema columns, where the column name equals this. Okay, so we should get this to work right. All right. And there we go. All right, cool. So have that there. So let's go ahead and scroll down. Okay, and there's our query. Here are our categories. Let's see. refine our search. Huh, that's weird. It is not showing this user here. All right, so let's look at this again. Let me add a plus sign here. Okay, so we got a 200 okay. Scroll down. Oh, still not solved. Okay, so this is weird. Let's see. Let's pull this up again. Bring this up. Okay. Column name equals this particular user. There's no white space. Wait. Oh, no, there's the U. All right. Okay. Let me see if I can put this right here. Yeah, let's do it like that. Now this looks a little bit cleaner. Okay. Let me see. Okay, this is weird. It's giving us a 200, but it's not giving us the columns here. All right, so let's go back a little bit. Go back to the schema tables. And actually, this is messing my view up a little bit. Okay. Whoops. User mappings. Yeah, this is what we have. Users. Okay. We also have PG user. Okay. Now let's see, this took off the first, no, this took off both of the apostrophes where it filtered them out. So let's see what happens if I URL encode it. Doesn't do that either. That is peculiar. All right, so we have our actual script here. Let's see if we could find username instead. No, because there wasn't anything that said that. All right, so let's go ahead and backtrack a bit. Whoops, I'm looking at the wrong damn screen. All right, I was looking over here, not over here. All right, so let's go ahead and send this one out. This one gives us a server error. Whoops. Okay. Let me render this, see if it shows anything different. No, it does not. Okay, we have our union select column name. Let's get rid of this plus again. See where we are messing up. All right, so we have union plus select plus column name null plus from plus information schema columns where the column name let's change this to table instead. Here we go. There we go. All right, so we have username Meopog. All right, so there we go. So we need the table. We accidentally put the wrong damn thing there. All right, so this was a table, not columns. So that's my bad. So we had the column and the table that's from this column with this user in it. All right, so that was my fault. I overlooked that part. All right, so now that we have this part, we're gonna take this exact same query and we're gonna update it to where we have our actually let me copy this first. Sorry I didn't have the video earlier. It was my birthday, so I decided to celebrate that. Definitely had a good time. Had bison steak. Never had that before. It was hella good too. Okay, so we have our union select. All right, so we're gonna fix this up. So I'm gonna take this part and I'm gonna, oh no, I was gonna put a dash in it like an idiot, but no. So I'm gonna go ahead and highlight this part here. So I'm gonna go plus this particular username, and I want the password for this, which we already know is this here. From the user that we found here. And we're going to dash it out. So, whoops. Get rid of all this. Paste this here. Everything's concatenated. Send this out. We got a 500 server error. So now we need to find out where we're done went wrong at. All right. So let's look at this script again. Okay. Union select the username that we found. Comma plus. Oh, I don't need this. There we go. Got another 200. All right, so we're gonna go do that. Scroll on down. Now we have all the columns. Now we have all the categories, and we have all of the passwords. So we're gonna take this. Gonna go right over here, and then we found the administrator. So we're gonna go to my account. We're gonna log in as the administrator. Put in that password for the administrator, and boom, we have successfully solved the lab. All right, so took a while. It was like trying to get getting like the correct like text correct, but it's always good to like make sure that you're going each step by step like low as possible, just to make sure you're looking at everything correct. So we've successfully found like the administrator password by trying to collect all the tables. Once we've collected the tables, we found the user. Then we looked for the columns that are under that user, and the columns that were under that user for that user's table were were the user and password for that table. We took that information, improved our query on it to look for everything that's under that particular table. We got the password for all the users that are in that database, and we were able to successfully solve the lab. So that was this here. Thank you for going on this journey with me. I'm going to continue to finish the SQL labs here, and then going back to the SOC Sherlock's from Hack the Box, as I'm trying out for both the Microsoft SC200 and the Hack the Box CDSA. So that should be fun if you guys are interested in learning more about that with me. I am Shy Ronan, and I will see y'all later. Peace.